Hey, what's up, fellow Magic the Gathering geeks? This is Kevin from Average Geek MTG, and I'm here to show you one of my decks, Azorious Control. I still have not gotten a new camera, so bear with me. This is still camera on my phone, so hopefully it doesn't drive you too crazy. First we got here is 4 copies of Jace, Architect of Thought. Next we have 4 Detention Sphere, 3 Sphinx Revelation. I'm only running 3 because I really haven't found the need for 4 like a lot of the Azorious Control decks run. I pretty much get it every game. Sometimes I have more than 1 in my hand and I just don't seem to need 4. That might change, but right now I'm only running 3. It's not like I couldn't get a 4th one. I've had opportunities to get one. I just chose not to. 2 Syncopate, 3 Divination, 3 Azorious Charm, 4 Supreme Verdict, 2 Celestial Flare. I'm not running Last Breath main deck in my meta. They seem to be in my hand a lot. We have a lot of control decks and a lot of mid-range decks, so Celestial Flare I think might be better, so I've switched those out. Put Last Breath in the sideboard and Celestial Flare main board. We'll see how that goes. I don't know if I'm going to play it this Friday night, but possibly. And then over here to the next, we have your staple Elixir of Immortality. 2 Elspeth's Sun's Champion, because I just don't have enough guts to run just one. Actually, our meta, we have a lot of Heroes Downfalls going on, so I feel better running 2 for a win condition. 1 copy of Cyclonic Rift and 1 copy of Quicken. This might change to 2 copies of Cyclonic Rift or 2 copies of Quicken, depending upon how they work out. I haven't had a chance to test them much yet. Cyclonic Rift I never got to overload, but I'm still not going to get rid of it quite yet. And Quicken I just put in, so we'll see how it works out. Instant Verdict would be nice, so we're going to give it a shot. I don't really see running more than 2. 4 Dissolve. And then to the lands we got 2 Mutavault, 2 Temple of Deceit, and 2 Temple of Silence, just for the scry mainly, but we can use the white and the blue mana in this deck too. 4 Hallowed Fountain, 4 Azorious Guildgate, 6 Islands, spread that out a little bit, but yeah, it's islands. 6 Plains. And then on the sideboard we have 2 Essence Scatters, which I usually sideboard in against aggro. I'll usually sideboard out the Syncopates, put in the Essence Scatters. 2 Gainsay, which I sideboard in against Mono Blue Devotion or Control. I sideboard out the Syncopates, put those in. 3 Last Breaths. Probably will bring in against aggro or Mono Blue Devotion, any decks that run a lot of creatures with 2 power or less. Probably sideboard out the Celestial Flares, maybe, and a Cyclonic Rift. Not quite sure. Probably something like that. 4 Yoked Ox. Don't laugh. This buddy has saved me many damage. Believe me. Against aggro, it works awesome. 0/4 for 1 drop. They're Soldiers of the Pantheon, they're Precinct Captains. Just can't do anything against it. They're just, boom, 0/4 wall, basically. Boris Reckoner, he blocks him and doesn't do any damage to him, so Boris Reckoner doesn't get to redirect any damage. You may think it's silly, but I'm telling you, Yoked Ox against aggro works well. 2 Glare Heresy, sideboard in against mono white decks, other control decks to get rid of their Detention Spears if they get one off and I can't counter it. 1 Aetherling, Probably sideboard. I usually sideboard in against like mono black or other decks that run a lot of creature destruction. Usually swap out one Elspeth and put an Aetherling in. And then I've just got the one extra Celestial Flare, which honestly I don't know what I'm going to do with this. If I'm going to leave that in there or maybe swap it out for a Pything Needle. But I did have 3 Celestial Flare in the sideboard, and I was going to swap out those with the Last Breath when I had a main board. But now I've decided to just put 2 Celestial Flares in and a Quicken. So he's just kind of hanging out in the sideboard for now. So that is my Azorious Control deck. Nothing revolutionary. I'm going to be honest with you. And like some people, I do get my ideas for decks basically off the net. But, you know, I try to add my own little mix of cards in when I can. Like, I'm not going to run one Elspeth. That's crazy. I'm not as good as the pro that can run one Elspeth as a win condition. I don't have enough guts, I guess. And like I said, I got a Cyclonic Rift in here. Most decks don't even run it right now, but it's kind of funny to see the look on a person's face that's running an aggro deck when you bounce all their creatures back in their hand. So, you know, I'm holding on to it for now. So, I know it's been a while since I did my last deck tech, but I did see a lot of you responded, and I'm sorry I didn't get back to you sooner. I hope you enjoyed this deck tech, and please crush that subscribe button down below if you haven't already, or a like button. I could use all the help I can get in starting out, and hopefully I can contribute a lot more to the Magic community. When Born of the Gods comes out, I'll be doing a couple booster box openings, and hopefully by then I'll have a new camera. So I appreciate your patience. Hopefully my hand's steady enough that it doesn't give you motion sickness. If you have any questions or comments, please post them down below. I'd appreciate any advice or any suggestions. You know, if you run this deck and you have a few different cards in your deck and they work really good for you, hey, let me know down there below, and you know, that way I can consider it, because maybe I'm missing out on something. Anyway, again, thanks for watching the video, and hit subscribe if you want to see more, and hit that like button for me. I appreciate it a lot. Take care, and we'll see you on the next video.